something was wrong with the body of her brother-in-law, who died while imprisoned.
They said, did y'all realize he came back without his organs?
What?
And I'm like,
no way.
What do you mean? He came back without his organs.
The funeral director told Sarah everything was missing inside Jim Kennedy Jr.'s body.
What?
Everything but his eyes.
Oh my God.
All of your major organs, they were gone.
She says those organs were taken without the knowledge or permission of Marvin Kennedy, Kennedy Jr.'s brother and legal representative.
Wow.
So your dad made the decisions for you.
Wow.
I represented you.
That's stealing straight up.
Sarah repeatedly tried to contact the prison and the University
it's multiple
of Alabama
different crimes.
Yeah.
which is
Decimation
among
of
the
a
providers that
body.
conducts autopsies for the prison system.
I had a lot of questions. But no answers.
Eventually, she says she spoke over the phone.
I love when I hear shit like this because I'll be like, oh, you got a lot of questions and you ain't answering me? Call the lawyer. I bet they'll answer him. What are you talking about? Just to start getting people's names and start putting them on complaints. I better people start showing up. I didn't do this. Yeah, you better.
We're going to find out.
Someone who identified himself as an autopsy department supervisor for the university. And she secretly recorded that conversation.
Got him.
Never had this request done before.
To have the organs back?
Yeah,
Well, who married somebody without their organs?
Well, we do it all the time.
You do?
We don't want to do it for our religious purpose.
You
We
do?
don't want to do that.
Now, I will
Right.
tell you this, is that UAB is a teaching institution, and any teaching institution that does autopsies keeps their organs.
Cap. Lie.
That has to be requested.
First of all, he died in prison. So how did his body get to a teaching institution?
Right.
To be used as a lab thing. That's the first thing. And second of all, even if you agreed to have let someone use the body for whatever, there are parameters to what happens. Sometimes they give you back we don't know what the purpose would have been.
know.
Right. But either way, the situation is that you may not interfere with a person's corpse
Right. Right.
without permission.
Man, listen.
The hell are you talking about? That's a literal crime. You can't do that. And just because you were a ward of the state when you died, that is done when you're dead. Your corpse is to be returned to your family. There's no such thing as he died here, we keep the body. No way. And when we find out that you goddamn heathens were selling the body parts, because I know that's what y'all doing,
Black market.
y'all in trouble.
Yeah.
Because first of all, the jail is a private institution funded by the government, but it's a private institution. And then you add on, of course that's what they did. They figured you wouldn't know or wouldn't give a shit. Of course that's why they're doing it to inmates.
Well, we did not, and Junior did not want that. We have not agreed with the prison for his body to be turned over for no study.
Exactly.
Right.
And we want those organs back.
In fact, he done already admitted that y'all took the organs.
Yeah. Against somebody's consent.
Because okay, if you got consent, produce the paperwork.
Right.
Where the man or his representative agreed for him to be an organ donor, agreed to give you custody of the body after he died. Ain't nobody did that. Y'all lying.
Kennedy Jr.'s death, Billy Stapler made his own alarming decision.
Oh shit, it's another one.
It's just insane. It's like a horror movie that I can't wake up from.
Oh nah,
The
brother.
private pathologist he hired to perform an autopsy on his father, Arthur Stapler, was unable to perform it.
She said he had an empty cavity. There
Holy
was nothing
shit.
there.
Stapler says he held the power of attorney for his father and never authorized the removal or retention of the organs.
They in trouble.
I just
Bad.
want him to hold it.
Oh, it's a pattern? Punitive damages.
Stapler says he spoke with the same UAB supervisor. Eventually, his private pathologist received what was said to be his father's brain and heart back.
Admission of guilt. So you sent back some of the organs. That means you took all of them, and I can't find any consent. That's why you try to send them back. You're in trouble. Everybody involved is in trouble.
Good.
And that supervisor, boy, if we have to identify your voice by getting an expert to compare the voice, we're gonna catch you.
Some organs, like his lungs, came back in pieces. The rest were gone.
And I'm asking where's the rest of his organs? And he tells me that they possibly got thrown away.
Okay.
And I'm like, how do you throw
Why?
away organs?
Right.
Why did you even take them out of him?
Right.
Funeral experts
No,
tell
that's cool.
CNN after an autopsy, organs are normally put in a bag and placed back inside the body.
Right.
But that's not what happened in the case of
Yeah, because when they do an autopsy, sometimes they have to cut them out
Okay.
to look at it. They have to.
Okay,
If
yeah.
it's the liver, like they because I've read
Slice
I've read
it.
a bunch of autopsy reports. So like they cut a liver in half and then they tell you what a cross section of it looks like.
Okay.
So that they could know if you had
Liver disease.
right.
Anything like that.
Especially when they're trying to determine the cause of death.
Right. Okay.
Like if they know why you died, or the people who gave you the body don't give a hell why you died,
Right.
then it is what it is.
Okay.
But if an autopsy is commissioned, they're looking to find what killed you.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look at all your major organs,
Okay.
which may require cutting them in half and stuff like that. So that's why
So basically, your turkey.
instead, and you're right.
They just put your organs in there and then put it back.
Yeah, they
in
just
a
they
bag,
put them in
and
a and then zip you up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep, and then the funeral home
That's so
people,
funny, but it's crazy.
they embalm you,
Yeah.
and so that you look normal or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and then they put you in the coffin because you're only gonna be viewed for a little bit. They shut it, you go. That's it. But and you would never know they're in the bag because they closed the body back.
Yeah, interesting.
But if I receive the body for embalming and there's nothing in there,
oh, there's gonna be problems.
the funeral home's like, where's the organs?
Right.
Because if there hasn't been no autopsy, then they're gonna do something to the body.
Right.
Right? They're still gonna embalm you.
Yeah.
They might move your organs around. I don't know what they do to you if you come there with your organs, but obviously you ain't normal no more, and you definitely have formaldehyde instead of blood and stuff like that. So they drain your body and all that shit. So like, he went to go do his procedure, and there was nothing in there. Boy, this is the easiest case I've ever heard of. Y'all all getting smoked.
these 7 inmates, the families of 5 of them, now suing the Alabama Department of Corrections and UAB.
Sounds
the
right.
university conducted the autopsies for all the inmates but one, says attorney to the families, Lauren Ferrano. She tells CNN the families insist none of them were organ donors. So how in the world did this all happen without family consent? The Alabama Department of Corrections tells CNN it does not comment on pending litigation.
I bet you don't.
Nor does it authorize or perform autopsies.
Oh.
The UAB tells CNN ADOC does approve them and says it's ADOC's responsibility to get family approval. What do you think is your most damning piece of evidence?
The contract between the Department of Corrections and UAB is just about all the evidence we need to show that illegal activity is happening.
Yeah.
That contract shows these parties empowering a warden to make a decision about taking out organs and keeping them from loved ones.
You can't do that.
The law directly contradicts that position. The law says
that
very
warden's in
clearly
trouble.
a warden does not have that right.
Of course not, because like I said, you're a ward of the state until you die. Once you die, you're no longer a ward of the state. They do not have legal authority over your corpse. They don't.
CNN reached out to the Alabama legislature for clarity. A legislative attorney saying in a memo, a warden has no legal authority to approve an autopsy.
Of course not.
And their agreement may be illegal.
Yeah, it's a deviation of state law. We know
What
that.
happened to those organs? UAB told CNN in a statement, in some cases, their pathologists keep organs for further testing to come to an accurate cause of death.
Nope.
Ferrano claims the organs serve another purpose
Nope.
at the school.
Right now, we have concrete evidence that the students are using some of these organs for training in medical school.
A group of 13 UAB medical students questioned the ethics of the school's retention of some of their organs without consent as far
Could you imagine some of the students were even like, so where'd y'all get these organs?
That's crazy.
And they're like, wait, you took them from dead prisoners? Even the people in the medical school
was like,
are like, this don't sound right.
Right.
You don't need no law degree to know this illegal? The hell wrong with you?
back as 2018. They wrote this letter to school administrators, saying in part, our concern is not with the practice of autopsy, but with the process of consent for the retention and use of tissue samples.
Autopsy too. You needed authority to cut into the body.
Tell CNN their instructors acknowledged that many of their teaching samples came from inmates, because inmates tend to have more developed disease, easier to see and learn from. The students agreed to speak on the condition of anonymity, fearing career repercussions. One saying, it's plainly and obviously wrong. There is no understanding of medical ethics in which this is permissible. UAB accused the student whistleblowers of inaccuracies in a statement to CNN.
You see?
Something the students deny. Despite the
Of course, because they're trying to protect themselves. And I can tell you as a lawyer, the state's getting sued. The people who own the jail are getting sued. The any of the people who signed some of the documents may actually get prosecuted individually or sued individually, depending on how that shit's set up in that state. And the medical school, you're getting sued too.
Yeah.
Like, all of you people are, and all y'all got millions of dollars to turn over. Y'all getting smoked.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get laid down on a pyre and lit on fire, I promise you. They got to settle this case.
Accounts from former students, the university tells CNN it does not use inmate organs to teach medical students. So we went back to them and asked, have you ever? Showing them their own report from 2018 that states they do. But UAB refused to answer.
Of course they did.
Families left frustrated and without answers.
And guess what? When we go to court, stupid, you can't refuse to answer.
Nothing short of accountability and policy changes can make them whole.
Absolutely
What made it right to
outrageous.
just go ahead and just give away a person to somebody else and say, here, you can play with this person's body like that.
Right.
The attorney to the families, Lauren Ferrano, tells me at least 2 more lawsuits are being prepared.
Sounds good.
And Abby, back in 2021, an Alabama law was passed that requires medical examiners to notify next of kin if they will retain someone's organs to determine identification or the cause or manner of death.
But that's a police thing, right? That's when the police can hold on to the body because they want to find out who killed them. Right?
And they still give them back afterwards.
Of course they do.
Right. So it's like, what?
And depending on, like if you're like one of them religions that don't allow people cutting up the body, they may forfeit doing the autopsy and give you back the body.
About to say that, yep. Out of
Yeah.
respect for their religion, because they will not cross those bounds.
Usually they probably would give it back.
Yep.
Like, so they need to pass no law for that. You can't keep my body under any other circumstances other than like it's evidence of a crime. Because the police can keep all type of shit if it's evidence of a crime. They can keep your car, they can cordon off your house, they can do all type of stuff and keep it for a reasonable amount of time if it's evidence of a crime.
Right. Again, still.
But this ain't evidence.
Reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, but either way, this isn't that. This isn't no investigation of crime. So the thing she's talking about is criminal cases. That don't even apply here.
Right.
This is straight up, son died in a place and y'all sent him to another place. This is a civil issue on top of it being a crime. But the death had nothing to do with the crime. So this has nothing to do with that.
It also requires next of kin approval to keep organs for, quote, research or other purposes. Ferrano will be leaning heavily on that law in court.
Good.
Be heavily leaning on everything because they're getting fired up.
Oh, yeah.
They're done for.
Sprayed. Just shots fired.
That's
everywhere.
crazy. The audacity of these motherfuckers just think they can do whatever they want, just yapping up people's bodies and doing whatever. Insane behavior.
Good. I'm glad they got caught, and I hope they get the justice that they deserve.
Right.